there, and thanks for joining us. Welcome into English Park here for the continuation of the South Central Series. It is round 3, and it is between two teams that have yet to record win points in this National League for 2021. It is the Canterbury United Pride at home here at English Park, and they are up against Central Football in rather balmy conditions, we can happily report at this stage. We'll give you a more detailed weather report a little bit later on, but good conditions for playing excellent attacking football, no doubt about that. So let's start first of all and tell you about the home side, Canterbury United Pride. Alana Gunn is the coach, and their team, Mike De Bono, they have got a few changes from round 2.
Yeah, they have. Nicola Dominikovic is out today after an injury, and Rebecca Lake passed a late fitness test, but she will be starting. But looking from the back, you've got Una Foyle in net, Jasmine Donald, Rebecca Lake, Michaela Hunt and Lara Wall will be back 4, so they're pushing with a 1-4-3-3 today, with a midfield 3 of Whitney Hepburn and Kate Loy, who'll be deep, with the uncompromising Ellie Longo in the midfield up top. Then you've got Kate Guilford, Kiara Bichelli and Charlotte Mortlock, and Kiara's first start for the Pride. Then you've got on the bench Charlotte Roach and Megan Simpson making their first caps, and Frankie Morrow, Elena Firth and Maddie Edo.
Fantastic. The coach is Alana Gunn, as we mentioned, and we caught up with her a little earlier in the day. Well, one player that we do have to look out for, in fact, is a very talented under-17 player, a young player on the rise. Have a look for her, shirt number 20, and we're talking about Canterbury United Pride's Charlotte Mortlock.
Yeah, Charlotte Mortlock, she's got a little bit of a tag of the next future flea, which is a pretty big price tag, but she is a very, very good young up-and-coming player. Been part of the Pride Development Program under the guise of both Alana Gunn and Annalie Longo. Look to her to get really involved. We saw that when they played Southern United here. She came on for a debut and actually did really, really well. So look for her in that wide left position in front of Lara Wall. Look for them to combine and get into some really attacking positions, but one to watch for the future.
Absolutely. It's one of the hallmarks of Alana Gunn's coaching, is it, bringing those young ones through. To Central Football now, and Brooke Bennett, we know she'll be tough to get past in goal. Who else do we look for? Yeah,
they're going for a 1-4-3-3 as well, with Deborah Truitt, Lara Smith, Devon Crawford and Stella Warner as a back 4, and then looking towards Abby Rankin to tighten up with a back 5. Amy Aikens and Kate Morey in front, with Eve Barry, Jessie Falloon and Holly Kleensman leading the front 3, with substitutes Charlotte Noakes, Shannon Newland, Vanya Apiata Hodgkinson, Hannah Buzan and Sarah Morton.
And their coach is Matthew Calvert, and let's hear from him.
Matthew, taking on a Pride team which will be looking for their first victory today, as will yourself. How's preparations been?
They've been really good. Yeah, been excellent. Girls have had a great week of training. The last couple of weeks we've really been building something with our performances, and we've seen a lot of positives from them. Look, the challenge of Canterbury is an absolute. It's a big one today. We know they've been the leaders in women's football for the last couple of years. It's something that we're not shy of the challenge. We've analysed and we believe we've got a way that we can really go and take the game to the Pride today. So we're really looking forward to it in a real positive manner.
Well said, and the key cog in their central machine is the skipper, always is, Abby Rankin, plays for Marist Palmerston North, but she's been around a while, Mike.
Yeah, she's been part of the program for the last 3 to 4 years, and you'll see Abby in a deep lying role, trying to probably break up ball into Annalie Longo, which is a critical piece, and we saw Southern do that very, very well. So listening to Matthew there, they said they've done a little bit of research, so they've probably looked at that game and gone, well, Abby, if you can sort of take care of Annalie Longo, we might get some luck today.
Well, I'm sure Annalie Longo will be on her best form. Sugarloaf in the background there, and the weather conditions 17 degrees, meant to get up to 21 today, and we are looking out for a southerly change. We've got a 13k zephyr coming across English Park at the moment, but it'll be very pleasant footballing conditions for this match. Unlike last weekend, whether you were in Dunedin or Lower Hutt, it was hideous conditions. Southern United still winning against Central Football 3-1, 2 3-1 victories, and then Canterbury United going down to Capital Football 3-1, and it was just absolutely torrential. And we've already had one match in round 3, and Southern United continue their winning ways. They have been in impressive form, 1-0 winners over Capital Football, and that was in Petone up in Wellington, so good result for Southern United. They are certainly on a roll. But this match, Canterbury United Pride and Central face the crowd, face looking at those who have gathered in the Steve Sumner stand. And the points there, you could see Southern right up the top. Who would have predicted that at the beginning of the season?
They did this a few years back when they won the National Women's League and surprised everybody. But yeah, they're on 9 points with Capital on 6, and both teams that are out in front of us today on 0. And I was speaking to Annalie Longo during the week, and we couldn't pick a year where the Pride had gone 2 in a row, back-to-back losses. So both teams will be really looking to make a point today with getting some runs.
With the whistle, Harrison Cook, Subo Saka, Ralph Klink on his friendly linesman duties, and in charge of the subs, Tom Lawson. If needed, he'll come on and help as well. I'm sure they'll be fine, but it really is superb conditions, of course, on the artificial here at English Park, and the weather, not too much of a wind, which we've been in the last couple of weeks had those hideous easterlies come across, and it does make a difference to the ball in the air. But I think today we will be absolutely fine, Mike. Yeah,
look, there's no excuses today. Some good cloud cover, so the temperature's very, very good for the playing, for each of the players. The surface, well, it's a great service for both. And but last time we were here, we did have that easterly, which sort of turned the game. But no excuses. Players will be able to get the ball down and show what they can do today. So looking forward to a very exciting game.
Absolutely. Chock full of young footballing talent coming through the system here in New Zealand. Yeah. The two teams, just their final little words to each other. They get ready and have been given the word. Let's get into your positions.
Yeah, talking on that talent, we mentioned Charlotte Mortlock at the start, but the Pride have got a couple of young players making their sort of debuts for the Pride and first caps, and Charlotte Roach, and she's a very promising young player coming through, and so is Megan Simpson. So look out for them, and I'm sure Matthew will also be calling on his bench to try and change a few things as we get through the game.
Young goalkeeper Maddie Iro on the bench for the Pride as well. That will be 16, is she? Yeah. Amazing if she gets some game time.
Yeah, exciting.
Off at start, round 3 to be completed, and the Pride going left to right on your screen, wearing the familiar red and black, and Central in the green and gold strip. Looking to get their shape early on, the Pride. Hepburn, key cog in that midfield for the Pride. There's 13 shirt. A good scrap out there on that flank, and it will go to the Pride. Annalie Longo involved early. She'll be goal hungry. She'll
be very goal hungry. I was speaking to her during the week, and this is an unfamiliar position. But you just saw Jazz Donald trying to put a ball in behind the back line there for Annalie Longo to break in behind.
Chance here for Pride to get an early shot on goal. It's a bit of a melee in there, but they managed to clear it to Central.
Yeah, and Central over the years have always been strong in terms of that defensive moment. So Canterbury United Pride are going to have to work very hard to try and break them down.
Good throw in from the deep, and the ball goes clear, and Hepburn looks for a back pass shot at goal, and they're able to watch that sail over that crossbar. So it did take a deflection.
Yeah, so good impetus to start with. A ball in from the side, and it drops off, laid back by Whitney Hepburn and Kate Loy. A speculative shot from 30 yards. But yeah, it takes a little bit of a deflection and goes out for a corner. So impetus to Canterbury United Pride at the moment.
Well, let's see what they've got in their toolbox. The Canterbury Pride, as they get the ball across the face of the goal, and excellent defence, that structure. Oh, it was a gin shot trying to clear the ball. It doesn't get controlled very well, and again a contest for possession now with the Pride. Hunt has got the ball in the box, still it runs away from her, falls to Bichelli. She gets a shot across, but no one on the end of it.
Yeah, and a good spell there for Canterbury United Pride with Michaela Hunt driving down that sideline, but great defending there, and young Bichelli getting on the ball and just from distance outside the 18-yard box trying to hit a right-footed shot in there. So first pieces. Canterbury United Pride showing what they're going to be about today.
Well, let's remember back to that match against Southern United, and the same
Well,
thing
here we've got
happened. Here's an opportunity here now. Charlotte Mortlock has a shot at goal. Oh, doesn't Bennett do well in goal? It was an open goal. Should have been a goal, you might say. Composure needed.
Composure, maybe that's the youth, her first game, first starting game, and little Charlotte Mortlock should have put the Canterbury United Pride up. It was a great ball out from Anneli Longo out to that right-hand side, and maybe Charlotte will look back at that and go, maybe I should have hit it first time.
Well, it's all learning, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Unfamiliar probably to be in a position in a game as big as this.
Yeah, and the stakes that are on it as well. So pressure makes you do things you might not normally do.
I mean, this is exactly what the Pride did in that match against Southern United. Dominated that first spell, you remember back?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
And Southern just soaked it up. Guildford looking to get the ball across the face of the goal into a more handy position, and some strength up that left. Falloon gives a touch away and just can't keep it in the field of play.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's exactly what Southern did, and Central are going to have to, I suppose, take a lot of backlash to start with here at home with this Canterbury United Pride side. But if they can do that, they should slowly ease into the game and maybe get some opportunities themselves. But at the moment, you're seeing a Canterbury United Pride comfortable on the ball, getting some opportunities. So I think Alana Gunn will be pretty happy how things have started for them.
Well, the accuracy in finding each other has been good early on, hasn't it?
Yeah.
This is Lara Wall. Good defender up on that left, comes through and overlaps, offers a lot.
Yeah, she does. Has been playing up higher on a wing, left wing position previously, but with young Charlotte Mortlock has pushed back, probably in a more familiar role. It'll allow her to get forward.
Great work, Jasmine Donald, enabling Longo just to pass back. So, expert in the tackle early, Donald. It's out on the left again through Wall. Nice little jink, Loy. Again, pressurising that Central defence and asking a few questions across the ball, their face it goes.
You're seeing a lot of movement from out to in, into out. Kate Loy, just on that little piece of play, has come from central midfield and out to the wing, and little Charlotte Mortlock's moved inside, which created that little shooting opportunity there.
They're taking it right over to the left and trying to get good exit delivery. Central, again, they've been robbed of possession, and it will be another throw into the Pride.
It's a great challenge there by Jasmine Donald, who's had a great season this year for her university side.
There's a chance again, although they just lose the control right on the end. It's interesting, we're used to seeing Rebecca Lake on the left because of her slight hammy issue. She's hopped over to the other side, or hasn't hopped. She is over there. But
yeah, trying to probably do things to try and keep her on as long as they can, because she's a key component for this Canterbury United Pride side. A lot of strength and leadership she offers.
Keeping possession well and able to build up with the passing game so far. Wall trying to go through the middle. Now Longo. Again showing her flexibility, her balance as Wall comes again up on that left flank and overlaps. Can she get the ball across? She does now. Wrong foots the defence initially, but having to work hard. Look how many players are back in that box, Mike.
Yeah, you've got all 11 players, so pretty much 10 players behind the ball in most moments. But that's what Central's going to have to do, just to soak up this early pressure. Just nice numbers behind the ball.
Lovely work over there. Was that Atkins for Central? Here she is with the ball again and gets a fantastic pass through on that left flank. Wow. So they had a wee sniff at Central, and they were able to not only regain possession but get a good pass away.
Absolutely, and that was Abby just breaking up a little bit of play there, and then getting on the ball and playing a nice little through ball for the wide player to come onto. And if Central take off a little bit of pressure by getting a throw high up the pitch.
Oh, good pass off under pressure. Fantastic work by the Pride out on their right flank. Longo has a look up. Decides it's better to go over the back of the defenders. Still in play. Still in play. And a bit of a push in the back, but no whistle. Play on's the call. Now it's opened up a little bit and a bit more pace into the game as well, with Central really coming back into it and getting a bit of ball. Lake. Go back to Foyle and goal. Good to have her back on home ground. Nice pass off. Good work. Certainly getting some accuracy, aren't they?
Yeah, again, and that's down to a little bit of rotation there again. You saw Charlotte Mortlock coming inside and Chiara Bichelli come out onto the left there. But Central have done really well over this first 8 to 10 minutes. Soaked up a bit of pressure, and they're trying to get on the ball. But again, it's that accuracy that they need to probably tidy up on a little bit.
I just can hear the wind now in our fixed microphone just getting up a wee bit. We did predict that, well, we are told by the Met Service that there was going to be a little southerly change come through, hopefully with no rain. Still with the Pride. Throw in. Deep defence for Central football. Keep trying to press and keep that ball up high. The Pride, but working hard equally. Central.
Yeah, and that's Holly Klinsman. Just putting pressure on the ball, just ensuring there's no cross that comes across.
Oh, he's thought it might have just fallen directly to Pride, but they opt to go back
And again,
and reset.
Yeah,
Oh, Hepburn's up there as well. Just trying to keep the ball. Pride keep possession.
Yeah, Pride are just trying to keep the pressure on in the defensive third of Central United. You see a ball across there from Kate Guilford, which runs to young Bichelli, who has a great little right-footed shot. Just couldn't keep it down. But again, it's just that constant pressure. But again, Central just doing enough to ensure that their goalkeeper, Brooke Bennett, isn't put under too much pressure.
It's been a good tussle so far. Not much in it, but certainly the Pride enjoying the superior possession stakes, but the Central have come back into it in the last 5 minutes. 10 minutes gone in the match. 0-0.
Just trying to get Central just trying to get their front three involved in the game. So you saw Holly Klinsman there just coming short for the ball, and then a bit of pressure out wide from Amy Atkins, which has given them that throw.
Just while we're talking a little bit football and it's out in the midfield, just want to send our very best to Miramar Rangers player George Ackers, who got a horrific broken leg in a match yesterday. I just hope he heals well.
Yeah, nobody wants to see those sorts of things.
Just a harmless tackle. And
yeah, and everyone involved will be feeling pretty down about it, and it just, those sorts of things, yeah.
Yep. Right, for the Pride out wide, and Lake distributes once more up that right flank and out. Central doing well to stay in the game so far. There's one real opportunity not put away. Now, Mortlock shows the little special skills that she's got, and she's got plenty of them.
Yeah, great tight control there. Trying to combine with Lara Wall going forward there, who stayed high.
That's a terrific ball from Longo, and Bennett in goal mops up.
Yeah, again, just lacking a little bit of final incision there. Lara might have just maybe looked to have played back into Lottie Mortlock, who could have put it in, but still the pressure on by Canterbury United Pride.
There's a terrific boot upfield by Bennett as well, the goalkeeper for Central. Studies at Massey University. Bennett.
Yeah, key part of their role is to...
Oh, got a good opportunity. Oh, hit the crossbar. What a great shot. Speculative it might have been.
Yeah, and the ball just came down from Kate Guilford, and that's Kate Loy, who's hitting that from 25, 30 yards out, and it hits the crossbar. Keeper was beaten, so a little bit lower, it would have been 1-0.
Still trying to exit that ball, Central still with pride now, and they get the ball across again through Loy. Now a shot at goal, flatter this time, but wide. Goalkeeper's left. Good little period of play for the Pride. They continue to seek.
Absolutely. So, yeah, you just saw the ball pop down from Kate Guilford. Kate Loy taking her time. Little left-footed shot. Keeper's beaten, hits the crossbar, and maybe Charlotte will be kicking herself. Maybe couldn't get in that follow-up. But, again, Canterbury United Pride really applying a lot of pressure early on here in the first 15 minutes or so.
You're happy to use that right side, particularly handy on the left as well. But
absolutely, yeah, they're just trying to get some combinations working. As I said, you've got players who are coming from central to go to wide positions, and wide players coming central. So a lot of movement to try and unlock.
So the ball was sent into space across the other side of English Park, cleverly by Central. They won't get throw in here, but it was a good use of space by them, very aware. Now, Lara Wall comes over and throws. Loy again in the mix. There she is, gets the left boot away. And working really hard, Devon Crawford, wearing 5 for Central, opts to go back to Bennett. Oh, great steal. That was Kate Guilford. Just effortlessly came in and just took the ball away. Hepburn. And again the overlap. Pass back. Loy involved again. A good pass and took a deflection here, having to work hard now. Wall has got the ball across the face and trying to make some contact. There were 3 Pride players, but nobody could get the ball going goalwards.
Oh dear. So what can you say about this? You had Annie Longo driving into that near post, and young Chiara Bichelli trying to get a end or get her foot on the end of it to finish it off. But again, another opportunity and another opportunity wasted. And again, it came from that left-hand side. It was a great challenge from Lara Wall, who helped set that up and then put in a great ball.
Has so much time, Whitney Hepburn, doesn't she, when she delivers the ball?
Yeah, this she's a player who, I don't know, they make time. I don't know how they do it, but you get on the ball. It's the way that she approaches the ball, the way she uses her body to keep the ball shielded. But yeah, it looks like she creates time. So that helps her and helps her team.
Oh, confident in her ability. I think that shows through time and time again, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And has played at the top level as well, so that experience
look at
also
that
helps.
passing. Loy really saves that for the Pride, comes in, but those wall passes are just working a treat, aren't they? This is Bichelli, gets dispossessed.
Yeah, Chiara Bichelli's done a great job there just to be an option up front, but just that final movement or final act just led her down there. Some great work down the right-hand side to get her in. So just something for her to tidy up on.
Oh, the ball stays in from Loy. Initially didn't have a chase from the Pride, but Central read it well.
Yeah, both Central centre-backs are doing a great job, I feel. Lara Smith and Devon Crawford mopping up a lot of stuff, not afraid to give away throws in their defending third, and then the Central players getting behind the ball.
Still with the Pride at the moment, and now they can execute. Can Central get the ball going forward? Good contest. Clever work. It's great work coming from Falloon initially, and she'll get the ball back, will she? Wall does well to stymie that. And who's back there to save it but Loy for the Pride? She's everywhere, I tell you. She's everywhere. Longo gets that ball up the left flank. Mortlock races after it. Left to right, clever work. Taking the ball into the middle. Can she get the shot? Oh, great pass in. Is this the opportunity they've been looking for? Can they get it past? Oh, brilliant save. The right boot went out from Bennett, the goalkeeper. Wow.
Fantastic, Rebecca Bennett. And that sort of saves there helps build the confidence. But some great work there from Lottie, Charlotte Mortlock on the left, plays a little slip ball down to Bichelli, who tries to beat the goalkeeper at the near post. Maybe a ball across, maybe a better opportunity, but hey, good on her for having a go.
Yep. Well, you don't learn unless you do it,
No,
do
you
you?
don't. No, you don't. So what, second corner?
Yeah, and it's all about experiencing those moments.
Yeah.
And they're certainly getting a few of them, are the Pride. And at the moment, Central able to mop up everything that the Pride have thrown at them. And there's been plenty out. Bennett's out of the goal. And what is the call? Another corner on the other side this time.
I think Bennett coming out and being strong in the air up against Michaela Hunt, I think it was, but gives away a corner again. But yeah, great to see the young girls combining there in terms of Charlotte Mortlock and young Bichelli, which could have given us the first goal.
So Guildford with a boot across from the corner and Orton. Rebecca Lake, the skipper,
Rebecca Lake
has gone up and nodded the ball into the back of the net and converted that ample possession that the Pride have had.
So Kate Guildford there looking to go short initially, but then a great ball in, and Rebecca Lake with a free header, not marked. So I think the Central team will be a little bit disappointed with that, but just the indecision around or marking players and things like that. But you saw Kate Guildford there looking for that short corner, which drew two players out, and then played the long ball in, and Rebecca Lake doesn't miss them, I don't think. So she scored as well against Southern United from a similar sort of position, but different end. So I think the possession stats warrant probably the scoreline at the moment. The Pride are on top of.
Yeah, Longo's done really well here. The Pride are 1-0 up over Central, and they are at the moment dominating this match.
Yeah, really showing their intent. A lot sharper. And as I say, they've never been in this sort of position, 2 losses in a row, so they'll be keen to stem that.
Concern for Guildford, who stayed down quite a long time with that challenge. The Pride players screaming for the whistle, didn't get it, and they continue on. And Charlotte Mortlock skips over that one, and it will be thrown to the Pride, and it will be Lara Wall to take it. Now, we wondered how long the Central defence could hold out, because there had been numerous opportunities for the Pride. And it's taken the skipper to go up and hit it in.
And that's what you want. We spoke about Rebecca Lake earlier on, and in terms of what she means and gives to this team, and she's done a great job there to put the Pride one up. But Central have done a great job, I feel, so far in terms of their defensive moment, and they'll be a little bit disappointed. And Matthew Calvert will be trying to get messages on there just to try to keep their heads up, keep going, because they have defended very well.
And they've shown, when the ball has gone into the midfield too, that they have got options and they've got some speed up there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And some great close skill.
Yeah, Eve Barry on this right-hand side has done got on the ball a couple of times and tried to turn the Pride back line and connect with Jessie Falloon. So she's one to watch if they can get her on the ball a bit more.
Super impressed with Kate Loy, though, and the part that she's played in the 20 minutes that we've had in this match. I mean, she's just reads the game so well, distributes, and then she's back defending both sides of English Park.
Well, Kate Loy, under-17s, under-20 representative for the country, great pedigree. And we talk about other players like Annalie Longo, but, you know, they can't do their job or their role without the other players. And Kate Loy is a great player in terms of what she provides to the team, and yeah, she mops up a lot. She is comfortable on the ball. We talked about Whitney Hepburn, who's comfortable on the ball and looks to get time, but Kate Loy is very similar in that respect.
Oh, tough tackle from Hepburn. Stopped the impetus that Central gained out of defence in its tracks, but they get a chance to reset up. Long flat ball. And just rebounds over that sideline.
Yeah, Central just need to take care of the ball when they're on the ball. They just seem to have opportunities. They're getting the ball on a number of occasions, but then just giving it away easily. So
it's always a contest, and that time Mortlock comes flying through, secures again possession for the Pride. This is Longo. Almost a no-look pass from Hepburn, but they managed to keep possession, the Pride, up on their right flank. They've used it effectively in this match so far. Kleinsman challenges for Central, puts some pressure on. And hovering is Jessie Falloon, wearing 9 for Central. She's desperate to get some possession.
Yeah, she's just with the possession and the control that the Pride have got. But now you've got Eve
Barry.
Eve Barry on the side.
Offside. Frustrating for Central. Looked as though they were going to mount something promising.
Yeah, again, they've just got to look at that final ball. Eve Barry is getting on the ball a lot, trying to play Jessie Falloon through, but yeah, just a little offside there.
Michaela Hunt has it for the Pride. Opts for the pass to Hepburn. Looking for Wall, doesn't find it. Well picked off. Central do well. Not so well on that occasion. And Hepburn has a look at that space on the right side, and it was a very well judged kick from her. As the ball comes through the middle again. Just messy in its exit out of defence for Central. Running onto it is Longo. She does a little jink round, has a shot at goal, and again Bennett does well with her legs.
And that's just a great little combination there between Kate Loy and Annalie Longo. A little reverse pass there. Kate coming on the inside, and then a little reverse pass for Annalie Longo, who chops back. And the defender keeps going and tries to put it in that near post, but hey, great save by Bennett.
Well, she saved a couple of point-blank range shots as well.
Absolutely.
And absolutely courageous.
Yeah. And then you saw Bocelli coming in just with the follow-up, and she'll be disappointed by putting that over the top.
Perfect conditions here at English Park, and the ball goes across the face once more for the Pride. Loy has it, keeps it alive for the team wearing red and black. Playing with confidence, the home side.
Yeah, I think you're seeing probably more so the training, what's happening at training coming to fruition now. Combinations starting to get a little bit more in sync. You can see there just combinations between the likes of Kate Loy, Whitney Hepburn and Annalie Longo, breaking up spaces that they can run into, or making spaces that they can run into. And Kate Loy going from deep positions into more advanced positions, with giving them a 2 of both her and Annalie Longo attacking. So you actually shift into a 5 up front, which is pretty attacking for the Canterbury United Pride.
Well, they're not scared to go from side to side either and have a look over the top of the clutter and send it to the other side of the field. Oh, great angle pass. That was fabulous. Hunt comes up and retrieves, goes back into the middle for Hepburn. A lot of talking. Oh, she cleverly leads it, does Mortlock. That is really space awareness, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's, again, you're seeing rotation again. You're seeing Michaela Hunt, who's a centre-back, and Lara Wall, who's dropped back into there, and Michaela Hunt on the left-hand side, combining, or just about combining, with Charlotte Mortlock. But then you see the creativity of a Charlotte Mortlock there, who's very aware of what's around her. A little step over the ball to try and put Michaela Hunt in.
Oh, good work. Barry has it for Central. It just goes away from them. It's still alive. Ball doesn't get headed where they would have liked it to. Longo spots Bocelli over there on the right side for the Pride. Now, open play. We've seen some delicate passing, and can they keep the ball in?
That's good defending, but great range of passing from the central midfield to try and open up that right-hand side, and gave Kate Guilford chopping in and combining with Jasmine Donnell there, who gets a shot away but defended well, and the keeper picks it up.
A strong whistle there, as Lake tried to say it was her throw-in, but it's actually Central's. 1-0, Canterbury Pride. After into the 20th minute, it was a Rebecca Lake, the skipper, header from a Kate Guilford cross at the corner. And that's the difference. If you were just joining us now, what we would need to tell you is that Canterbury have dominated, but there have been little spurts from Central, but they just haven't been able to link up.
Yeah, they're just not getting the opportunities when they're on the ball. They seem to lose it. But here we got Eve Barry, who's been instrumental in a number of occasions. But again, it's that final ball. Whereas a little slip ball maybe to her midfielder beside her might have been a better option.
Longo does the hard yards and gets the ball into the middle, back out to the right, and that pressure coming on that Central defence once again.
It's great to see the two youngsters of Kiara Bichelli and Charlotte Mortlock trying to influence the game a lot. Even though they're young, you wouldn't think that this would be one of maybe their first starts or a couple of starts into their careers. They're handling the pressure fairly well, even though we saw Charlotte not put away that early opportunity, but that hasn't phased her. She's looking to get on the ball, looking to be creative, and so is Kiara Bichelli. Both of them have been in the thick of things.
Absolutely. She certainly hasn't let that worry her at all, Mortlock. She's been another player that looks comfortable with the ball and has got all the skills, hasn't she?
Absolutely.
Jasmine Donald's done well out on that right side as well for the Pride. And here's Lara Wall once again overlapping, coming in and trying to link up with one of her players, goes back into the midfield. Hepburn just toys with the defender and gets the ball out wide, out on that right side. So trying to stretch the defence. Oh, good work in that Central defending and really showing that they can come back. Oh, the attention when they have lost the ball, the Pride to come back and retrieve has been impressive as well.
Yeah, they'll want to turn it over as quick as they can, so they'll have a little bit, maybe a little bit of a count around how long they, how long or how quick they can turn it over. But you've got Eve Barry now coming into the game.
Starting to get a bit. Oh, that's a wonderful ball through, and it'll be offside, unfortunately, for Loon. So a couple of times now, they just have to get that pinpoint accuracy right. Yeah. Do Central, and they would be away.
Yeah,
clever angle.
At least that sort of opportunity is now coming. And again, it's Eve Barry who's been sort of at the thick of that side of things, but also acknowledge Una Foyle's position there to mop up from behind.
Does well to shadow out Charlotte Mortlock on that occasion. And that time Barry just couldn't collar the ball. And Loy has a go.
Yeah, she'll be disappointed with that that distribution into the box. She'll be wanting to do better than that.
Lake again shows her prowess in the air, able to nod the ball back down to her own player. It's key, isn't it?
Yeah, the first phase challenge is excellent, but then Whitney Hepburn picking it up. But the Pride players are wanting the ball. You can see they're showing in every opportunity they can. Patient on the ball. If they can't go in, they'll come back out the other way. They'll try and take players one-on-one.
Trying to find Longo and stretching it across. Guilford couldn't make contact, and it will be a goal kick.
And Kate Loy again. A couple of opportunities she's had to put the ball into the box, and the runners will probably be a little bit disappointed they haven't got on the end of that one, because it was a good little ball in.
1-0 Canterbury Pride, 32nd minute of the game we are in. Opening up a bit. The good thing for Central is that because Canterbury are pushing up, it does leave them a little vulnerable, and we've seen that a couple of times, although the offside has been called. Yeah,
but as a coach, you want your team to push those boundaries and push those limits, and if there's only one call that needs to go your way, and you're through and on goal. So, yeah, they'll be cognizant of that fact and trying to push that.
Barry called for it. She's got it. She's surrounded by red shirts, and she's got the ball back. Atkins this time puts pressure on the Canterbury defence.
And that was a great little move to unlock that side there, but just again, that final pass maybe pushed a little bit harder or a little bit wider, so Atkins could have ran onto the ball. It's pushed in or played in just behind her, so she had to turn and come to the ball and was easier defending.
Trewitt with the throw-in, and it's back with Loy for the Canterbury Pride, showing her willingness to run everywhere. Jasmine Donald involved, number 14 again as well. And Loy comes back and helps it retain possession. Just having a look at those trees over there, Mike, and that southerly.
Starting to pick up. But just with the Pride, it's great to see their fullbacks wanting to engage to go a bit higher, and you just saw that there when Jazz Donald pays the ball into Kate Guilford, going beyond on the inside and opening up maybe a space behind to come back out this way through the centre backs.
Good contest from Barry, not controlled by Central, unfortunately, but she's doing a power of work as Eve Barry for Central. This time it is with Mortlock, the little mercurial player. Can she get the shot away? And again, a fantastic block by Bennett. Wonderful block by Bennett, one-on-one. Mortlock versus Bennett. Bennett equal to the task once again.
2-0 to Bennett.
Yep.
Again, you saw Kate Loy on the ball there, and it was a fantastic through ball between the fullback and centre back, and little Charlotte Mortlock on the ball trying to get through, but just couldn't finish it again. But so you see Kate Loy on the ball, left footed ball, turn in the back line of Central, through on goal Charlotte Mortlock, but Central keeper and Brooke Bennett was equal to it. So as I say, 2-0 to Brooke on that one. But Charlotte, at least she's getting in those opportunities. But again, Kate Loy on the ball, creating a whole lot of opportunities.
Great pass from Mortlock, but in the heat of the battle goes to the defence. All turned her back, Central defender, and happily out to Eve Barry, who shadows it. And the chase is won by Barry. Fantastic one-on-one with Loy. She wins it, does Eve Barry, brings the ball through. Now links up with Falloon out on that right flank. She's got some speed. Strong player, gets the ball across. An opportunity still with Central. And look at that, from a 1-0, they're threatened under all sorts of pressure. The structure is good, though, from the Pride. But a promising run by Central to try and tie this game up. Both teams searching for a win in Southern Central Series 2021.
Again, some great work there by Eve Barry to unlock that right-hand side, but also some great running there by Jess Falloon, who got the ball across to, I think it was number 11, which was Holly Klinsman, who just couldn't get a shot away, but it was great defending by the Canterbury United Pride, who stopped it. But
again, they've got an opportunity. This is Atkins wearing 10 and dispossessing Hunt. Offloads to Loy, out to Mortlock. Barry retrieves, has a look up. She's got great body balance, Eve Barry. They just can't keep possession that time as Lake comes over to the left.
Yeah, just trying to work this right-hand side. That's where they seem to be, or Central seem to be getting a little bit of incision, a little bit of reward. So we'll just keep watching that out. Pride just need to be a little bit careful here. They, as you said earlier, sitting quite high. Went off the ball, and Central have a couple of times got them behind. Just helped by an offside, but we saw there they were through, and it could have ended up a little bit different.
So from left to right, right over the other side of the field, Lake tackle, no malice intended. Now a ball through, good ball through to Longo. What can she do? Under two defenders, gets the pass away, gets the little pass back from Mortlock, who runs hard to try and get that pass across. Oh, does really well, gets it across the face, and it is the right hand of Bennett again, her legs. So up in the air, down low, she is smothering it all and gets the applause.
Yeah, Brooke Bennett, but a great little ball. It was a great ball by Annie Longo, but Charlotte Mortlock chops back onto her right foot and puts a great shot in, but what a great save there by Brooke Bennett. And then up again and saves with her feet. So congrats, Brooke, there. Some great goalkeeping, but the Pride really, really knocking on the door. So fourth corner, I think it is.
Superb goalkeeping. Another one floats in the air and Brooke comes right out. And you can just see, you know, this goalkeeper's mana growing through this match and
absolutely
dominating the box.
She's, 3 or 4 instances, she's keeping the score to where it is. So the Central team now need just to look at that and see what they can do at the other end.
Loose ball, and Loy offloads to Hepburn. Mortlock again. And Barry. It's a good contest between two very skillful players. Mortlock regathers possession for the Pride.
Just a bit of communication breakdown there. Barry thought the fullback was going to break out wide and didn't, so Central give the ball away.
Hunt. Now she decides to go forward, does Michaela Hunt. Offloads. And Hepburn gives a lovely pass, an angle pass out there on the right. Look at Loy screaming back to try and get back and cover defend. It's back in the midfield. Central with an opportunity now, over halfway, trying to link up with Barry. Can't do so. Longo wins a one-on-one. Comes through with the ball. Gets a heavy tackle, and I think that was just in the tackle. No nonsense there from Devon Crawford. Good tackle from her. Absolutely.
But you just saw a great little passage of play there by Central, building up from the left-hand side, coming across through the central of midfield and coming out to this right-hand side, but just then couldn't keep it going. But they're still in the game. They're still trying to do things, which is fantastic to see. Keeping the pressure on. It's only 1-0, as we saw a couple of weeks back. You know, it was 1-0, and then Southern got a goal, and then the tables turned. So the Pride will be really mindful of that.
Oh, Hunt was going up for the overlap. It didn't come back to her because of the very good defending from Central.
And Bichelli there trying to play Kate Guilford in, just with the little ball through, but just overhit. But again, Brooke Bennett equal to the opportunity.
Free run again in the midfield, lots of space. That's what I like. This is Barry again. But Lara Wall comes back and just back passes to Foyle in goal. Good structure and defence from the Pride. Bichelli and Loy, some lovely skills, really technical is Kate Loy, isn't she?
Yeah, she's quality on the ball, but well held up by Bichelli, but you've got Kate Guilford breaking on the right here.
Here she is now. Can she get that ball across again? That cover defence is very good from Central. They're coping with it superbly well. There's just the one against them at this stage, despite the position being dominated by the Pride.
But again, you know, young Bichelli will be unhappy with herself there. Kate's done a great job to get a ball across there, and at this level you've got to do better. You've got to take that ball down and produce a different opportunity than what came out there. So she'll be disappointed, and the team need to, or some of the seniors just need to make that point to her, but in a nice way.
Absolutely. Loy has the ball this time. What can she do with it? Gets it across, and Longo has a chip at goal, number 2.
Quality.
What a brilliant goal. And who else but Annalie Longo? And so quick is her twist and turn. Let's have a look.
I just think the lady on the ball now, Kate Loy, has really been instrumental in a lot of what Pride's done, but you can't take away from the quality. Back to goal. Annalie Longo shifts it onto her left foot and puts it in the bottom corner. Nothing Blake Bennett can do there. So 2-0 to the Pride, and the pressure's starting to really mount now.
I mean, doesn't that just show the body balance of Annalie Longo?
Absolutely.
Got the ball under pressure. The marker was right on her.
Yeah.
And she just twist and turn and got the little jab kick, but superbly in the other side of the net. It's the only way you're going to beat Brooke Bennett.
Absolutely.
Because she stopped everything except for that, Bennett.
And I suppose it goes to the point where I've said earlier on about Bichelli and her first touch. If you look at that, Annalie Longo's first touch, nice and dead, gives her the opportunity to go either way. She comes inside, and the reward is a goal. So young Bichelli could look at that.
Here they go, pouring on the pressure once again are the Pride, looking for Mortlock to get a little nudge in, can she? And offside.
Again, breaking down that right-hand side. I think the ball was played out that side by Kate Loy again, who's...
everywhere.
Everywhere.
Absolutely everywhere.
And she's a long-distance runner as well, so she's got all the energy in the world to be able to do it. So
fitness levels.
Yeah,
are they
absolutely.
on GPS, these players?
I'm not sure. They may be.
Yeah. Be interesting to know how much she covers in a game. Because
yeah, it would be.
Well, she has covered a few Ks already in this 43 minutes we are into this match, this round 3 match in South Central Series.
Yeah. And you're just, as I say, you're just seeing the confidence of the Canterbury United Pride now coming out, just getting on the ball, just keeping the ball. They'll look to frustrate move Central from side to side, as you're seeing here.
Loy again passes not expertly though.
That was maybe Kate Loy's first wayward pass, so maybe we can let her away with that.
Absolutely. Lake.
But Central just a bit stretched now from back to front, so...
Loy in there again disturbs the possession for Central, and the Pride able to come away with it. So up there giving the passes, back there defending. And Longo, the second goal scorer for the Pride, opts to go back. Loy again. Nice work as she gets around Kate Mori.
So we've just been praising Kate Loy and she's given the ball away twice. Someone needs to speak to her maybe.
I think she can be forgiven, given the workload.
Classic. But you're just seeing a little bit of, I suppose, the dominance now in Pride, just keeping on the ball, trying to, as I say, go from side to side, frustrate as much as they can, and that's a better touch by Bocelli. But looking to shift from one side to the other, it's fantastic.
They've done it well, haven't they?
Have.
Stretched the Central defence right from the opening whistle.
Yep.
Now this is Lara Wall again coming through on the overlap on the left-hand side. And she's got some friendly foe in that time. Longo, all, what is she, 5'5"? Trying to get the head onto that end of that ball.
It'll be interesting to see how many goals she scored with her head. I'm not 100% sure how many she has. But she'll be disappointed with that, knowing her and the standards that she has. She will expect herself to get something on that.
Into the last minute of the first half here at English Park. Entertaining game of football, and if you are a Central supporter, there's a bit of work to be done by your team. They've been very plucky in defence, outstanding goalkeeping, has kept it to 2. That they just haven't seen enough of the ball.
Yeah, they just haven't seen enough of the ball, and their final sort of pass or insertion with the ball has just let them down a bit, which has then allowed the Pride, Canterbury United Pride, to get on the ball and start to dictate. And they've tried to move the ball from side to side, and they've done that very, very well. They've made space with players, player movement.
Longo, number 2, was it? No, over the side.
No.
I thought it'd gone into the back of the net.
No, that's 2-0. That's in.
3-0, it is the second one.
Yeah,
I just saw the little kid at the back of the net thinking, has that gone in?
So again, the quality of Annie Longo looks up and just sees the keeper off and puts it in, and it comes in off the upright. But that's the quality of that young lady.
That is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Right on the whistle, almost 44 minutes and 50 seconds into the match, and Annalie Longo gets her second.
And Matthew will be a little bit disappointed in that. He'll probably been happy coming in 2-0 down because of the pressure, the amount of pressure that's been on. But that third really just probably takes it away from them. I think today they're going to have to work really hard to get back into this game. But the Pride have really stamped a lot of dominance.
Pretty indicative of how the Pride have come out and played this match and kept possession. 3-0, they lead Central Football. But in the half-time break, let's wrap and go to the highlights from yesterday's match. And that was Capital up against Southern. Let's have a look at the highlights from that.
Hislop, oh, no power on it there from Amy Hislop. Disappointed that she wouldn't have got some real venom into that one. Great pass, and she's through. Here's a chance. Simons. Oh, here's a chance for Southern, and she's there. And Southern take the lead. A scrambling goal, and it's Kirsty Hire who's got it in. Well, great work from Southern United, and again, in fact, it's Whitaker. No, it is Hire. Hire, good following up from her. Here's a chance for Capital. Swinging forward near post, just wide. Well, that was better from Capital. And it's out for a corner. Just harking back to those connections up front between midfield and attack for Capital Football. Remember, no Errington this week, no Kondo. Just wonder if the absence of those two players is having an impact. Bryant. Ingham, here's a chance maybe. No, Ward can't get there. And it's cleared away by Southern. That gets it done. And it's Southern United who go to the top of the table. And they have won 3 straight.
Brighter days are on their way. Forever's how long they'll stay. Brighter days are on their way. Chasing sunsets in the sky. Won't let these moments pass us by. Take my hand, don't be afraid. The brighter days are on their way. Days are on their way. Forever's how long they'll stay. Brighter days are on their way.
Second half about to begin, a couple of minutes, the players back, Central are back, they've got a bit of work to do. Canterbury Pride 3-0 right on the buzzer of half-time. Annalie Longo getting her second and the Pride's third in the first 45 minutes of this round 3 South Central series here at English Park in Otatahi, Christchurch. And it was a very enterprising first 45, especially for the Pride, Mike De Bono.
Yeah, yeah, they've been fairly dominant throughout, and the 3 goals are reflective of that. And you've got people like Kate Loy who are really stamping their authority on the game. Her and Annalie Longo, with 2 quality finishes throughout. But the score could be even more. But for Brooke Bennett, who's made some fantastic saves initially off young Charlotte Mortlock and a couple of Charlotte Mortlock. But Alana Gunn will be really happy. She'll be really happy with how the girls have tried to control the game or have controlled the game. She'll be really happy with the sort of debutantes as well, with Chiara Bicciali, who's done very, very well, and Lottie Mortlock, who's been ever-present throughout the game.
Second half starts and all the work to be done by Central. Will they change their formation, because they have been dominant, the Pride, and they have been able to secure plenty of possession and often uncontested as well, and been reduced, the Central team, to lone range attacks when they have occurred, But just what will be the complexion? There's been a change in that Central side?
Yeah, number 3, Stella Warner's come off, and Sarah Morton's come onto this left-hand side. And maybe to alleviate some of the attacking impetus that Kate Guilford's had on the game. Been very strong on this right-hand side with her and Jazz Donald, combining and getting a number of crosses across. But yeah, it's very hard for Matthew Calvert. How do you turn things when you've got a Pride side who are really hungry for this win and showing, I suppose, their champion qualities through their play.
Kate Loy with the ball back for the Pride. She has been a kingpin in everything that she's done, not only distributed the ball but come back and defended as well. And Michaela Hunt bringing the ball through, Lara Wall up that left flank, and Longo. And Bennett comes out and reads the game superbly well.
Just
And boots
interesting.
the ball into the netting.
Interesting there. You had Michaela Hunt driving up through the midfield there, and young Lottie Mortlock in a position probably she's not familiar with at centre back. So as I said earlier, she's been all over the place, and she'll be very proud of her first start, and she's done a great job.
Hepburn combines with Donald, Jasmine Donald. Good to see that Rebecca Lake is still out there, the skipper for the Pride, because she did come and had just got the ball away for the Pride there, had to pass a late fitness test on her hamstring. So we were wondering how many minutes she might get. She's still out there for the Pride.
Absolutely, and the score will help Gunny in making those sorts of decisions and ensuring that she safeguards the wellness of Rebecca Lake. But Rebecca Lake will be hard pressed to get off. She'll be enjoying this, and she hasn't really been put under too much pressure.
It's terrific ball through. Great contest too. A really good contest between, I almost look at Annalie Longo, definitely world-class footballer, but great defending from Central. And I was just thinking, Rebecca Lake, let's not forget she opened the scoring for the Pride with that well-timed header in the 20th minute.
Yeah, very strong in the air, very, very combative, and you'll probably see her again charging for the ball in this one, but great defending from number 4, Lara Smith, there up against Annalie Longo.
The corner across the face again. Hepburn has opportunity, but it is still in play at this stage. No, out now. And another corner, 2 in a row, taken quickly. And it's Loy who has the ball on the end of her toes. It'll be a throw-in to the Pride, high on their left flank.
Yeah, just trying something a little bit different. Little short corner, trying to get Kate Loy because she's been fairly dominant in that midfield, but just breaks for a throw.
Guildford with the throw-in for the Pride.
That wind is surely getting up.
Yes.
You see the corner flags
Fluttering about.
Yeah.
They started with only a 13k. I think it was a southeasterly, but it certainly got up a bit now as Loy comes back and defends. And reacted well, the young Pride players, to that. But Central, you get the impression in just early stages of the second half, they've come back with a bit more resolve. Donald does well initially, but it falls for Central out on the left flank, trying to get that ball forward and hoping that Amy Atkins was going to run after it, but she realised very early that it was way too far ahead of her. Barry parries it, gets it back. Out on the left flank now, has a look up to see Falloon's there in the middle, if she can get it across to her. And that time, Foyle just watches it go across over the back, and a goal kick for her.
A great little passage of play there from Central there, trying to get on the ball, or getting on the ball and getting across. I think Matthew will be wanting some, or a couple of their players trying to chance their arm and get on the end of that, but some positivity there, and comes from that left-hand side.
I think Sarah Morton's already made a bit of a difference for that Central side and given it a bit more crunch, will I say, for want of a better word, in that defensive midfield area.
Yeah, she'll help tighten things up a bit there, and she'll be very vocal in terms of what she'll give to the game. But yeah, she'll look to get on the ball and try and influence something down this left-hand side, or get midfielders on the ball if she can, or want midfielders to show when she's on the ball. That's the key thing. Players need to want the ball, which is probably a difference we've seen in the Pride today compared to the last few weeks, where just been in a position where it's unknown, so it's easier to stay away from the ball than to get on the ball and make mistakes. But they've been very dominant today.
So the captain comes up and under pressure, that might have hurt a bit. He holds her right hip, does Rebecca Lake. And the ball through to Longo. Can she get in front? No, she can't. But it falls to Donald, who's got the ball now. Nudges it forward, but too far. That little right foot jab sent it too far ahead.
Yeah, again, you just see Annalie Longo trying to break in late runs in past the back line, and it's I think it's probably a plan that they've been working on as the Pride, because you see Whitney Hepburn not even hesitating to play that ball in behind the back line with the knowledge that someone's going to be breaking in behind there, which is normally an Annalie Longo.
You see the wind pick that up that time and hold it back. So you'd have to think that, looking at the trees, that the Pride are playing with the wind at their back. Longo again has the ball, tries to do what she did in the first half, and a little jink around chance, but wonderful defending coming through. Lake can't control it. Can she get the ball? Oh, a scrap between 4 players, 2 from each side. It comes to Loy, who pings it forward, trying to just get a little bit of air on it and hoping that it dropped in behind the defenders.
And again, you see just the quality of the range of passing from Kate Loy to push that ball just over the back line, and it sits up for, I think it was young Bocelli or I'm pretty sure it was Bocelli, to try and make that attacking impetus, but cleared by Sarah Morton.
Even though that wasn't where they wanted it to go for the Pride, then the ball from Guildford, you could see Mortlock steaming over from the left.
Yeah.
It went over the back line, but it's the awareness and bringing the players into the play all the time, being involved.
Yeah, and they just talk about the quality of the final act or final pass and things like that. So Kate won't be happy with that, but the runners are eager to get on the end of the ball, which is part of the part.
Falloon does well. Who's on the end of it though? Under pressure when she received the ball, controlled it well, but it's the execution of the next pass. Loy comes back and retrieves, again looking to find that gap for Longo to run on. They've got a 3-on-1 here, the Pride, if they can really finish off. Mortlock has another opportunity through the left. What will she do this time? And goes wide to the near post.
And the 2 youngsters combining there. Bocelli, great little touch to take it off the defender's foot, and a great through ball for Charlotte Mortlock, who drives onto her left-hand side and puts a shot wide. But great to see the youngsters combining.
Wanting to play the game at pace, take the throw and quickly do the Pride. And retrieves the ball that she lost, does well. Loy has a look around. She sees Donald was free, she's got it. And now the ball into the middle. And Longo trying to get a little back of the head flip onto it. It stays with the Pride, out at left this time. And the ball across the face now. No one there to link up. Goal kick.
And it was a good little ball in there by Jasmine Donald, but cleared by Abby Rankin. But yeah, this wind is going to play into the hands of a Canterbury United Pride and put a lot more pressure on the central side, which is seeing them with their back up against the wall.
Brooke Bennett been sensational in the first half for Central in goal with the goal kick. Good contest from Guildford. Lara Smith for Central. They've certainly felt the pressure, haven't they, in deep defence Central. They've coped the majority of it really well. 3-0 it is to the Pride. This is Eve Barry. She's been the one spark. You get the feeling if she can just ignite something for her side, it could turn Mortlock.
Yeah, she's been pretty much ever present in most of the central attack. She's had a great game today. She looks like she's moved into a more central area. So they've made a little bit of a positional change or positional changes and moved her into a central midfield role. Probably trying to get her on the ball a little bit more because of maybe the creativity she's had. But she's going to have to work hard, especially with the...
Donald picks the ball up from the hard-working Loy, and she gets it back from Longo. Can she get the nudge out? Just falls away from her, the close control missing, and a free kick after the Hepburn check.
You just see
this is
Eve Barry down just after that challenge with Kate Loy. Nothing in it, just a 50-50. But now we're seeing a change. Number 3, Rebecca Lake's coming off, so he's resting the hamstring. Might see Jazz Donald go to central. and young Elena Firth coming on.
Well, changes galore as the physio comes on for Central, for Eve Barry.
And they won't want to lose her.
No,
she's been very good today. Even though it is 3-0, I think the score doesn't really reflect how hard the Central side have really worked today. They've made this made the Canterbury United side have to work hard for the 3 goals they've got. And the current player who's receiving treatment,
she's coming
Eve Barry.
off. Yep, she's very tentative, isn't she? She's obviously hurt the ligaments in her ankle. And you've got to think, you know, for the future, she's got she's probably such an important part of the Central team that they won't want to ruin her for the rest of the season.
Yeah, especially where they're sitting and things like that. It's a future focus thing that should be put on top of it. But again, knowing the players and knowing what they want to give to their regions, it'll be pretty hard to take her off, I think. But Matthew Calvert will be wanting to know what's happening there, so if he needs to make any changes, he can get those on as quick as.
Well, you're right about Firth coming on for the Pride and Lake going off, sitting in that part of that back 4.
Mm-hmm. So Elena Firth's gone straight to centre back.
Oh, great opportunity for her.
Yeah, and it looks like that Eve Barry is coming off that injury's
spells the end of her game.
Yeah, which is a shame because she's been very, very good today. Pretty much pivotal or central to most of their attacks. So
yeah, she's the one player who's looked likely, hasn't she, with the ball. She's made some inroads, clever skill under pressure. But you never know who will rise to the occasion for Central. Someone will have to, as Firth gets that ball away up front cleverly to Bichelli, and Loy's up there securing possession for the Pride. Does really well, doesn't she?
Yeah,
she's
absolutely.
not scared to contest for the ball and does it so cleanly.
Yeah, she's strong off the ball, wins it well, but then when she's on the ball, she's very calm and calculated. 9 times out of 10 plays the right ball. But we just saw there a great little passage of play from
Atkins has it for Central, finds some space out wide, tries to get Kleinsman involved. But that's been the issue really for Central, is that when they have secured the ball, the next pass,
just
through the structure and the pressure that Pride have put on.
Yeah, just the final ball, and the Canterbury United Pride, and that's the quality of them, will always ask those questions.
Guildford is on the end of her pass and gets a nice soft ball away to Longa, who's looking for a hat-trick, and that was effortlessly received by Brooke Bennett in goal. So goals to Rebecca Lake and 2 to Longo. That all first half goals for the Pride into the 60th minute.
And here's number 16, Hannah Buzan, coming on for the injured Eve Barry. And it's a shame for Eve, as we've been talking about. She's been quality, but number 16, Hannah Buzan, and we'll see what she can give to the game.
It's a sad figure, isn't it, Eve Barry, just going behind the Canterbury net and limping with a large ice pack on her right ankle.
Hannah Buzan's first act is to give away a free kick. So not probably the introduction that her coach will be wanting to see. Hopefully nothing in there from young Charlotte Mortlock.
Yeah.
First card of the game.
Yeah. Well, coming on, and whether that's delivering some of the instructions, you'd just go in hard and see what happens.
Yeah. She's moved into that central midfield role, so she's going to have to contend with the likes of Kate Loy, who's been fantastic today, and Anneli Longo, who's been playing really, really high, wanting to be instrumental in certain areas.
Working well together as a unit, the Pride. You have to say that if there's been an issue about losing possession, the others have come in behind and picked up the ball so often, and it's another reason why it's put so much pressure.
And here's 2 substitutions now. So you've got the introduction of Charlotte Roach, and who's that over there? Frankie Morrow. So this is Charlotte Roach's debut. So she's coming on for young Charlotte Mortlock, who's had a great game.
Yep.
Charlotte Roach will slot straight up front there, and Frankie Morrow will probably switch into a wide position. So
now let's have a look and see what influence they can have on the game for the Pride. Rare opportunity to give all your players an opportunity.
Absolutely.
Charlotte Roach, I mean, goodness, tall player, tall athlete, wearing 15.
Young, uncompromising, great in
She
front
is
of goal.
now in the action early, looking to stamp her mark and get on that score sheet. They've still got the ball, and so has Roach. It was wonderful to hear Alana Gunn praise her players so much. You know how hard they work and the reason why she's giving them opportunities. She said of Charlotte Roach, one of the nicest kids that she's ever coached. It's big raps.
Yeah, she is, and I've had the pleasure of coaching her as well, and I'd reiterate those words. She's a good young lady and great little heart, but when she's on the field, she's a different lady. She
Competitive, right?
very competitive. As we say, you cross that white line, different personalities come out.
Right, needing to regain their formation, the Pride, after their dominance in the first half. A lot of changes, and a big change for Central as well, with Eve Barry off through that injured ankle.
Yeah, and Alana Gunn will be expecting similar sorts of things for the girls that have come on.
Roach delivers to Longo, gets back, has a look around, surveys the scene, trying to spread open and split open that Central defence and get that dominance that they had. Haven't quite seen it as much.
And again, you see the
Tricky little ball. Longo contests.
see the Pride happy to come out of positions where nothing's on and shift the ball from one side to the other. So coming from this right-hand side from Charlotte Roach and going to the opposite side, and then leading to Anley Longo getting into an advanced position and winning a corner.
Bocelli with the corner. She'll be kicking into the wind. And delivers flat and low. And it's been a feature while they have stemmed the flow from point blank range, Central. Often their exit ball hasn't been well organised enough to get them out of trouble, that it's come straight back at them.
And they have defended well throughout the game, and it's been a little bit of good play which has unearthed them in terms of Anley Longo breaking them open with some tricky little play, but all in all they've defended very well.
Yeah, they have. But that little period of play there where they put 3 passes together, came up through, brought the ball almost to halfway, and that next pass just missing. Another opportunity here for Longo. She checks, she gets rid of a marker. It's still a contest though, right on the edge of the box. She just twists and turns again, gets it across the face, and in it goes for number 4. 4 for the Pride.
That's Frankie Morrow, is it?
Fantastic work for Frankie Morrow.
Oh no, Jessie Falloon. Oh no, sorry, wrong
Frankie
side.
Morrow.
Frankie Morrow it was.
Yep. Wow, that was a great build-up,
So
and
again,
it was...
Annalie Longo just showing her class, turning the defender, which was number 4, Lara Smith, who defended very, very, very well initially, but Annalie turning her and putting a ball across, and Frankie Morrow, I think that was her first touch, one of her first touches, and she'll be really stoked with that goal, which is now 4-0 to Canterbury United Pride.
66th minute, and the Pride go 4-0 up. And hungry for goals. She'd just come on, had Frankie Morrow. Just come on.
And Frankie's university club, she's had a very, very, very good season this year, and just reward for her season she's had by getting call-ups to the Canterbury United Pride now on the score sheet, so she'll be pretty stoked.
And Longo did really well too,
absolutely.
because she could have taken it in further and had a shot herself. But
absolutely, but that's the quality of the player who gets her head up and sees what options are available, and the ball across, I think, was an easy finish due to the ball that was put across. So Annalie Longo has been instrumental, as well as we're talking about a Kate Loy. So that midfield has really controlled a lot of the play today
Absolutely.
from a Canterbury United Pride side.
Just regained so much possession, haven't they, when they have lost it. And Loy again putting pressure and securing possession for a Pride throw-in, just over halfway.
Hello.
Guildford. Longo in the mix. And that will be a little bit over-exuberant, but desperate to still keep the ball. Shows the way and the spirit in which she plays the game.
Yeah.
Again, sealing the ball off, aren't they, the Pride? Especially without Eve Barry for Central to make any runs. It was a promising partnership between Falloon and Barry, but we're just not going to see it again with Barry off. Oh, look at the pressure going on. Crawford under all sorts of pressure. Oh, and it just drifts over the top. All that hard work by Bocelli and contesting the ball and never saying die.
And some great pressure there by young Bocelli on the back line, who puts herself into a position for a shot on goal, sees the keeper off her line and tries to chip it in. So a great work there by Bocelli. And probably the first mistake we've seen from one of the centre-backs of Central tonight, or today.
Again, that one just getting up a bit again. Cooler now as well. She often doesn't get dispossessed, does she? So the ball with the Pride. I'll get the free kick. All set now for the free kick for the Pride. Longo on the end of it once again. She's a menace for defensive units. And a clever little left to right, and the ball floating across the face of the goal. And Longo, who's across there, again speculates, but peppering that goal, Mike De Bono.
And she'll be disappointed with this. So some great work on that side by Frankie Morrow. Puts a great ball across, and the ball just not sitting up per se, but when Annalie looks at the replay there, she might be thinking maybe I should have gone in with my head.
Tough angle though, right?
Yeah, tough angle, but as I think we said earlier, I'm not sure how many goals Annalie has scored with her head. So, but she'll be disappointed. She always won in front of goal. She'll want to make a better opportunity or better effort at what's been put in front of her.
Well, she's certainly enjoying being part of this game and what she's contributed on the score sheet. 2 goals, set up the 4th. Now, what can Central do with this? It's needing to be controlled, and it has been by the Pride. Loy having to go back and achieve, but this time Central at last are in their attacking half, just in it, but what can they conjure up over on the right-hand side? Need a big pass. And taken it about 20 yards further than where it went out, but
that's great.
More frustration than anything else, trying to find the perfect position for it to go in.
Yeah.
Look at that, always red shirts surrounding the ball carrier, isn't there? Always more than the one almost lone ranger for Central.
Yeah, pressure on the ball, trying to turn it over as quick as they can, and then you just see the, I suppose, the confidence or the ability just to keep the ball, control the ball from Whitney Hepburn there, who gets on the ball and pulls it out to this right-hand side, and then the Pride just slow things down with a throw.
Roach contesting, misses out this time. So too does Firth, trying to get a little bit of possession.
That's to Guildford, who's moved into that full-back position from the absence of Jazz Donald now.
It's good chat out there. Good communication. This is the impressive part of the Pride today, is their ability, and especially in the midfield, to put the passes together and change the point of attack, which is what they've done now. They've gone from right to left, right out onto that left flank, and the ball high.
And you see the combination of Longo and Lloyd to change that point of attack.
That is clever from Hepburn, isn't it? The way she's able just
her
to
body.
Knows where the space is. Frustrating the opposition. Oh, look at that 1-2. That is superb from the young players.
Unlucky.
Just got a leg stuck, didn't she?
So great Lara Wall combining with Frankie Morrow there to try and get him behind, but Frankie just gets her foot tangled up and loses the ball.
You could see what they were trying to do. It's the
Absolutely,
confidence of try and execute it. Well, you can do that when you're 4-0 up. Still happy to play through the left. Oh, losing it this time. Is that Apiata Hodgkinson out there for Central? A good contest coming now. And Foyle's in the exact right position. Had lots of time to see that.
And I think maybe that's the first shot on goal for Central today, so Una Foyle's not really had that much to do today, but that's probably conducive to the fact that the outfield players are really trying to get on the ball and disrupting any play that Central have had.
Falloon, what can she do? That gets the pass away, and again Foyle will just bunt it on off her left boot, and we'll have a look around. Gets a bit of pressure on and out.
And that was Holly Klinsman getting on to the end of that, so a couple of opportunities there for Central, so maybe seeing Pride, who's just relaxing a little bit.
Well, here's a chance, not picked up by the deep defence. Opportunity for Morrow to take the ball forward and get a chance as a shot at goal. Roach was steaming up on the right as well and calling for the ball.
Yeah, and great pace by Frankie Morrow to get on the ball there and to cut in off that left foot onto her right foot and put a shot over the top. But you just see how dangerous the Canterbury United Pride are on that counter-attack straight after the attacking moment for Central there.
Yeah, how quickly, one
How
end
quick
to
they
the
did
other.
it, yeah.
Absolutely.
2-3 passes and they're in attack.
Now that time just happy just to put it out was Firth. Keep it out, not let the Central strikers get in behind.
You're just seeing the Hannah Buzan getting on the ball there. She's just come into the game and well, she's down with a little bit of an injury, I think. But she's come into the game, tried to disrupt a couple of things, and she's created a couple of opportunities with her work rate and presence in there. So she'll be pretty happy with what she's done so far. But receiving a little bit of treatment there from Julian Firth, the physio for Canterbury United Pride, whose daughter plays in the Pride, who's Elena Firth. So he'll be a pretty proud dad seeing his daughter out there donning the shirt of the Canterbury United Pride.
Oh, drinks all round. It has been, you know, that has started in warm conditions. The wind has got up, and it's certainly the pace that the Pride have wanted to play. They will certainly need to get the hydration going, and that's what they've done, taken the opportunity to do that, both teams.
Yeah, and I think what you've seen this week is exactly what you said. The pace of the game they've picked up, their willingness or want to get on the ball was picked up, and their final ball or the accuracy of passing has been a lot crisper and a lot better today. And the young lady that was on the ball there, Kate Loy, has been a big part of that side of things. But you just see her play a little wayward pass there, so she's not happy, you can see that.
Hasn't had the same influence because it's been a different second half.
Yeah.
A lot of substitutions, especially from the Pride. The enforced one for Central through Eve Barry. And remember, no Nicola Dominikovic this week either with her hip injury. She was out, never considered for this match, and there was a big question mark over Rebecca Lake, the captain, who has come off now, had played a very good first half and got the first goal.
And that's, yeah, you're right there. And here's another change. What is it, number 6 for 18? So who's that? Sophie Campbell coming on for Kate Morey.
So So 77th minute, 4-0. Canterbury Pride, it was 3-0 at half-time. It was 3-0 because Annalie Longo scored her second right on the buzzer. I estimate it being the 44-minute, 53-second goal. Her second, the Pride's third, as she delivers another ball out to Bocelli. Chiara Bocelli has the ball now for the Pride. Opts to go back. And clever work from Morrow again, showing those lovely controlled skills, keeping the ball. The ball comes across the face. Roach was in there putting pressure, but Bennett read it beautifully, as she has all day. You cannot say that any of those goals conceded by Central have been the fault of Brooke Bennett. She was sensational in the early stages, denying the Pride until the 20th minute. She'd been peppered. She'd stopped 3 point-blank shots and continued to do really well, and eventually that pressure told.
There's a good little battle there with Sarah Morton, who's no stranger to top-level football.
Guildford keeps the ball in play. Bocelli over on the right this time and gets dispossessed by Crawford, who's done well. She's had some great touches in this match as well. Kleinsman can't keep the ball. She's so dependable, isn't she, Lara Wall?
Yeah.
So dependable for the Pride. Out on the left side, coming through from the back.
Yeah, and probably playing in a more familiar position. And here we've got another substitution for the Pride, number 17.
Megan Simpson.
Megan Simpson coming off number 13, Whitney Hepburn. And just to confirm, the substitution for Central was for Hannah Bazan, who was the substitute who came on, who got a yellow card, came off for Charlotte Noakes.
Oh, well done, picking
And
that
goalkeeper.
up.
So debut for goalkeeper Maddie Iro, who's come on for Una Foyle.
Oh, wow, what fantastic opportunity. Normally the number 3 goalkeeper for the Pride, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
Iro, and just a youngster, 16 years of age. What an opportunity for her.
Absolutely, and a big future ahead. A number of good youngsters coming through, as we've highlighted at the start, and them getting opportunities today.
I wonder if Alana Gunn, the coach of the Pride, had envisaged that Edo would come on without Rebecca Lake in front of her, the dependable skipper for the Pride. Now, she might be under a bit of pressure here because Falloon does really well. Can they keep possession and mount something here, Central? But Longo's come back and retrieve possession. Much better work coming from Central now. Can they mount something, put some pressure on Edo? Quite a different stature from Una Foyle, who was in goal earlier on.
Yeah, another change coming in, 19 for 16. So that's... we got that right. Number 9 coming off. So number 9, Jessie Falloon, coming off.
Oh, she's had a great game. Well, I mean, what fragments of possession she's been able to get. She's harried and hassled and tried her best. It just hasn't been given enough ball.
Yeah.
They've been starved of it in the midfield, to be fair, the Central, haven't they?
Yeah, they have.
And that's, you know, plenty of plaudits going the Pride's way for causing that. But now some ball now for Central in the midfield, just where we were talking. And again, blocked off. Always red shirts. Roach comes in and contests. No easy possession for Central. And even then, coming back, Guildford spoiling for Central. There's always been someone come back and retrieve the ball for the Pride. Morton gets the pass away, but Longo has a look up, sees Roach. Can she get it back? A little soft pass. It was a 50-50 ball, and it was in the end exited by Central. The game is about passing, and they have done that really well, especially in the midfield, the Pride. A little nudge there, 1-2. Great work, Loy on the end. She always manages to get something in there. That ball is hanging up in the air, but Bennett, close. Some pressure on her. And the instructions being rung out by Brooke Bennett. Gee, she's got a good boot on, and that was into the wind.
Yeah, a lot of the changes will always disrupt a little bit of the flow of the game, and you're just starting to see that sort of thing with the now Central on the break.
Atkins got the call from Morton, who's got the ball now for Central. And Edo will touch it for the first time. Maddie Edo, part of the under-17. Here she is again in action. So I guess the big thing for either coach is when they put their young players on is just seeing how they adapt to the structure and whether they can, you know, be part of that structure or insert it again. Yeah,
I think you, as a sub or as a coach, when you're putting your sub on, you're always wanting them to adapt to the game as quick as you can, and try not to, I suppose, influence in a negative way the structure. And I think
Bocelli can't get on to the end of that Longo drive. Roach was steaming up again up that right flank. And Bennett this time overarms the ball.
Yeah, and I think Alana Gunn will be happy with the way that her substitutes have come on, and they've influenced the game with one of them scoring, and the others
might not be happy with that pass, but anyway, they've mopped it up through Firth, has disrupted it in the deep defence for the Pride. And moreover, she's steaming forward with the ball. She's got some pace. It looks like a very good athlete. Bringing the ball across now. Has got 3-on-2. Back to Roach. And again, those legs of Brooke Bennett have saved Central once again, and gets deservedly the applause from the crowd coming through, staying in the tackle. They do really well in this regard, the Pride. And Longo looking for a third. It takes a deflection.
Yeah, and Brooke Bennett there, great save with the feet, but Frankie Morrow, all credit with using her pace to get onto the end of that ball and pulling a great ball back to Charlotte Roach, who will be a bit disappointed that that hasn't gone in, but again, Brooke Bennett in the way there to ensure that she keeps that one out.
Great work from Hunt. You know, she's relentless in her work ethic as well for the Pride, and having the confidence in Ero to pass back, and then Ero giving it back to her expertly. Now, with Central, there's a bit more hustle and bustle about them. Love the way Eru got a whole body behind that. There's always someone looking out for, in case the pass doesn't quite go well for the Pride. It's been a feature of their game, and they've only won the ball because that has been employed so often during this match. Always plenty of ball carriers, or look at that, Longo coming back and just disrupting.
Yeah, effort to get back on the ball.
Yep.
And then the confidence just to progress the ball up, and Longo not happy with...
And own up when she didn't, underpassed it.
Great
Nice
little ball there by
forward.
Sarah Morton.
Oh, getting in front. This is terrific work. Is this Bazan again? And Edo picks it up perfectly.
And Bazan, she won't be happy with that. Just got away from her. But a great ball there from Sarah Morton, who has played international football for New Zealand. Plays a great little ball through there, and could have been a good reward there for Hannah Bazan.
Well, they're looking more likely, aren't they,
they
Central?
They've had a couple of opportunities since, and that could be just down to, as we've spoken about, the influence of substitutes, which maybe lets things break down a bit.
Atkins. Morton demanded it, got it back, and the pass. They've been better, haven't they? Noakes gets the ball away.
And that was unlucky because that could have looked like it was a nice little ball through for Bazan again, but just influenced a little bit by the referee's touch, just a little bit.
Interesting, 86 minutes. You could see when the whistle went that players from both teams just went down, adjusted the boot laces, just shows a little bit of tiredness creeping in.
Yep.
Bit of stretching being done.
Well, both teams have worked pretty hard, probably predominantly as the score reflects. The Canterbury United Pride in possession have worked really, really hard, but Central, conversely, have had to work really hard out of position, and they've done that pretty well overall, but just patches of some good brilliance from players of top quality have beaten Brooke Bennett, but she's been quality throughout though.
The ball comes forward. Hiru's back there. No way is that ball going to get forward. Into the 88th minute. 4-0 it is to the Pride. 3-0 at half-time. And Morrow, Frankie Morrow, continues to stay in the tackle, and she will be rewarded with possession. Lots of go forward from her. I think she's made a stunning impact since she's come on in the second half.
Yeah, she has. She's used her great pace well to get on the ball, scored a great little goal, great ball across for Annalie Longo to maybe have got her hat-trick, but she's has come on and made a real impact.
Oh, they want to keep playing Central. They've got the free kick. And it's Morton with the ball now. I think she's made an impact too when she's come on. She won't be happy with that, having said that.
Yeah, but you're right, she has made a difference. She's been composed on the ball, looked to play positively, but supported well off the ball.
Again, we really must say hats off to Football New Zealand for making sure that this South Central series got underway and for it being delivered on Sky Sport Extra. Next, I should say. I was looking at something else. Sky Sport Next.
Yeah, it's fantastic, and it just allows people from around the country to watch some of the top players in the country through this National League.
Absolutely. It's been more even. Simpson offloads the ball. Morrow's in there in the contest. Can she keep the ball? She can, and she's going to have a chance here, and that is goal number 5. No, is it? Yes. Are they asking for the offside?
It was young Bichelli.
Yeah.
But she's not offside, but some great work by Frankie Morrow, just hustling on that outside, but has the presence of mind to see Bichelli out onto her left, and Bichelli slots that with her right foot in the bottom corner. But great work from Frankie Morrow. As you've said, she's made a real impact since she's come on.
Has. I mean, that was stunning the way she stayed in there. She wanted that ball, the balance to get it back. What a goal. 5-0 and into the 90th minute now.
It's a great assist.
And that's been the key thing for me, is how they had played as a team.
Yeah.
More freedom for Central in the second half, but it's just resulted in the Pride being able to convert. Lovely ball through from Longo. That was brilliant. And it's Morrow again, out wide. Looks for the pass back. Gives herself some room. And Bennett, who, if she had not been there, somebody else with not as much courage, the score could well be much higher.
Yeah, she has, regardless of what the score says, 5, but she's been in the way of some point-blank opportunities. So 3 minutes.
This is Atkins. There's a speculative kick at goal. So goal kick to Maddie Ero, who looks to begin the attack from the defence and gets the pass off into the midfield to Loy, who has been relentless.
Yes, she has.
Just tiredness coming into that pass. Atkins has been really good as well.
Yeah, Kate Loy has been an ever-present, wanting to get on the ball, but maybe see there, as you say, a little bit of tiredness coming into that phase of the game for her.
Lovely ball forward now, getting in behind the defenders. They're having to scramble back and just get the ball out any old how, because Chiara Bichelli was really steaming up and putting pressure on, and they are not giving up. There's 3 extra minutes, and they are determined to keep playing for all of them into the 92nd minute. And the clock in the ground here has stopped. But ours keeps going, as does Longo.
Oh, and Lloyd trying to play Annalie Longo through for her third. But young Chiara Bocelli's had a great game today. And she's been, she's been in a number of facets of play. She's probably a little bit annoyed with herself that she's not got on the score sheet because she's had a couple of opportunities with her follow-ups. But I think she's played very, very well for her first start for the Pride.
Out on the left again, a little jink right and a shot let go, and Bennett says thanks very much. And that time clock just ticking over into the 93rd minute, just a couple more minutes left in this round 3 clash, and the Pride will be happy, not just getting those 5 goals, but the way that they've played. It's the way that they've engineered them, and the way that Alana Gunn has given her young players, and they've responded so brilliantly.
They have, yeah, and 2 of them making their debut in terms of Charlotte Roach and Megan Simpson, and they've done very well since they've come on. And the likes of Charlotte Mortlock and, as I've mentioned earlier, Chiara Bocelli have done very, very well today. So the future is bright down here in the Canterbury region, but they've had to work very hard for it. Central have been, I think, very, very good in terms of their maybe defensive moment, but Brooke Bennett has been fantastic in net for them.
Yeah, and let's not forget the work that's been done in deep defence. You know, the likes of Lara Wall, Michaela Hunt, how they've been given that solid platform at the back.
Yep.
And that is it. That is the referee, Harrison Cook, saying that is it. And it is a handsome win in the end to the Canterbury Pride. They have beaten Central by 5-0, goals in the first half to Rebecca Lake, the captain, 2 to Annalie Longo. And in the second half, Frankie Morrow coming on and heading in an Annalie Longo pass. And then Chiara Bocelli getting a ball from Frankie Morrow. And that made it 5-0. Mike DeBono, sum it up.
Yeah, pretty comprehensive result there for Canterbury United Pride, and a crucial result, especially with the result yesterday with Southern playing Capital. This really opens it up for a really exciting game next week with Canterbury United going or hosting, or their next home game, I should say, hosting Capital, and then it will open it wide up because they're really right back in it, and if they can get a point or get 3 points against Capital, that puts them right back in the frame for next week. So
anyway, we can tell you, if you have just joined us here, you've missed all the action because Canterbury United Pride have done the damage here, and they have controlled the match, dominated the match, and they have beaten Central Football, and along the way they have achieved a first win in South Central Series for 2021. They have been the winners 5-0 over Central.